Well, hello, Saturday morning tipplers. This is the prelude to Beers of the Beano for Saturday the 13th of June 2026. I'm in the John Wallace Linton stroke Blytheman, and I think summer is back. It's a good sign. Anyway, starting with a fine ale. What about over the... No, it's better over here. I'm right-handed, except with a knife and fork when I'm back to front. Anyway, Dancing Dragonfly by Pheasantry Brewing, 5% alcohol by volume. It is a very pale ale. Slightly fruity and malty on the nose. So, it's a sort of sweet malt base, and then you get a fruitiness, a slightly sweet fruitiness, maybe a little bit tropical, maybe a little bit honey, to be honest, and then a slightly bitter, fruity finish. It is nice. B plus and a bit. As I said, 5%. I am taking my time. Anyway, if you watch this channel, you'll know that I was in Bristol this week. Haven't been to Bristol since October 2021. Really need to get back there, just to ride back. It's only about half an hour on the train. The Ibis, really fast Wi-Fi. You have two breweries within about 100 yards of it. You've got Left-Handed Giant, half a mile away. The commercial rooms where you have real gas lighting. Bedminster. I enjoyed Bedminster. Didn't enjoy the weather that much. It hammered down on the first day. But that's the Great British Summer for you. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe could be back there for Oktoberfest. Could be back there for the Autumn Wetherspoons Beer Festival. If I remember correctly, the commercial rooms used to have all the beers on, and like 2/3 of them on stillage. Great way to improve your untapped stats. So, the plan for today, here, and then Pen and Wig, and then the Harbour Fish Bar for the finest chips made with Maris pipers, and then over to see Captain Groki in Weird Dads. I might fall over by the end of the day. You never know. Anyway, cheers, tipplers. I'll see you in a little while. As you can tell, I have moved on. It is the Pen and Wig. The Pen and Wig in Newport, because there's also one in Cardiff. That's not bad either. Anyway, in Newport, the home of cask. Quite a lot of keg as well, but, you know. And the Wi-Fi is so much better. Anyway, so you come to Newport, White Wellie brewery glass, not indicative of the contents, and you get a beer from Ponty. Cwrw, which is Welsh for beer, Otley, which is a microbrewery based in the Bunch of Grapes, the other side of Annis and Harrod Park. Always worth a visit. Bit of a gastro pub, but tons of cracking beers. And good Wi-Fi as well. Recurring phrase in these videos. Anyway, 4.3% alcohol by volume. It's called Oh My, O-M-A-I. A raspberry pale ale. Slightly fruity on the nose. He says like he knows what he's talking about. So it's light, it's refreshing, and as it's warmed up, it's getting more raspberry-like. It was just gently fruity a little bit earlier, and now the raspberry and the sharpness. There's a hint of sour in here as well. There's a hint of... everything's going on. B plus and a bit, although could be B plus and a bit and a touch the way things are going. And the discussions here are all about football. Ex-footballers and their indiscretions. The World Cup. And I can't remember the dog's name, but she's back and she's bonkers. I think she's excited about the World Cup. I think we all are. Even in Wales, where we didn't qualify again. Lots of signs up saying watch England and Scotland here, but no flags. You know. It's good. It's very good. And I am happy. I don't get happy often because, like, I'm against it. But fine ales, nice weather, the prospect of Maris Piper chips, and Weird Dad this afternoon, all rather good. Anyway. Yeah. What time is it? Yeah, next one could be a half the way things are going. Cheers. Yes, tipplers. Thinking Pink Floyd. Thinking I have become comfortably numb. Because my alcohol tracking app has put in a double for the first one that I had, which was Dancing Dragonflies. And my body is following that mistake. Anyway, look at that. It's a hazy. Okay, don't tell camera, but it's keg. However, it's Weird Dad. White Wellies. 4.8% alcohol by volume. Hoppy. Yeah, very hoppy. It's American IPA, according to Untapped. I'm thinking it's a Bristol? Newport? Bristol and Newport. It's quite close to the railway line. Actually, it's quite close to the railway line to Bristol. And I think Weird Dad used to work on the railways. Everything's coming together, tipplers. Hop forward. Very hop forward. Gently fruity, piney, resinous, gently fruity and bitter finish. Easy B++. Support your local Weird Dad in the Pen and Wig, where World Cup match day football is now on the TV. Hang on, that's rugby. Toulouse 24, Leeds 48. Yeah, definitely not soccer. But, you know, Weird Dad. Definite Weird Dad. Definitely go for. Also running behind schedule, but these things happen when you have a quality Beano. You spend the week complaining about the weather. Like, it's cold. Well, it wasn't that cold, but it was hammering down with rain and it was windy and all that sort of thing. And as soon as the sun comes out, you complain about the heat. Because that's what we do. However, there is a solution. Cold condition. Wylam from Newcastle and Donzoko, I think they're from Sunderland. It's a lager beer with an eye. Turn this can around. 4.4% alcohol by volume in a tiny Rebel glass. Very pale, malty, and you can get the lemoniness in it, which, I have to be honest, I'm collapsing in a heap. I think it's because of, I don't know what it's because of, but I'm going to have a sleep in tomorrow. Very lemony, very refreshing, light. Yeah, B++. Sometimes you just need to be back at Weird Dad. Oh, it looks like they got like a hunting hole on Horn Hall, whatever. I'm just going to watch the world go by, because it's the best thing to do. Yeah, cheers tipplers. Weird Dads, the hidden gem of Newport. Yes, well, tipplers. Captain Groki. So I tried his Daywalker V2, and that got a B++ and a touch. And now Daywalker V3, and it's just as good, if not better, B++ and a touch, because, as I'd already explained, flagging desperately. 6.3% alcohol by volume. No, that doesn't work. Oh, yeah, whatever. So you get the ginger, you get the malt. In fact, you get a lot of ginger. So the phrase, "there's a lot going on here," springs instantly to mind. So you got malt, you got ginger from the body and the finish. It sort of goes like that towards the end, like that. And there's a sort of undercurrent of the lemongrass, which is gentle. And there's a hint of bitterness. And it's 3.6 out of 5 in decimal. It's good. And it's in a tiny Rebel glass. I want some Weird Dad merch. Especially glasses. I shall inquire later. Yeah, probably going to catch the 4 o'clock bus. Yeah, I need just a day or two off just to recover from taking leave, to recover from work, because, you know, and I have seen that if you check into a Scottish beer, Punk IPA will do, you get a Scottish World Cup badge on Untapped. Yeah, that could be the way forward, you know. Anyway, that's me done for the day, tipplers. Take care and good health.